Stop having coleslaw return punts. He sucks.
He's out there. He might as well be a drenched piece of French toast. You know when you put a little bit too much butter on your French toast?
Spyder
and Cannonball, baby.
Another week, another big-time divisional game. How's it going, big guy?
Can't complain, Spyder. Sitting here in the booth getting paid to call the beautiful game of football. What more can a man ask for? How's it going with you?
Well, to be completely honest, I'm exhausted, Cannonball. I haven't been getting much sleep at home.
Why's that?
Why do you think? It's Jerry Michael.
Jermichael.
This kid is 12 years old, and he's still urinating onto his mattress every night. He won't stop wetting the bed.
Spyder, relax. That's actually more common than you think. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with him. He's eventually going to grow out of it.
Well, I might be able to let that go if it wasn't for him starting fires every time I turn my back.
Wait a minute.
And even that, Cannonball, I could look the other way on if Jerry Michael...
Jermichael.
Even that I could look the other way on if Jerk Michael would stop bringing home dead animals and operating on their lifeless corpses.
Spyder, those are the big three.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. These are the three big problems I have with the kid.
No. That's the triad of evil. Jermichael is showing traits that could indicate him becoming a serial killer.
Serial killer? The only thing this kid could kill is the tiny flames keeping my marriage together. And let me tell you, he's doing a heck of a job at that too. No, Cannonball, don't waste the viewers and my time with your insane little theories. Too much cold case files for you, big guy.
Spyder, I'm worried for you.
Well, you should be worried for the Falcons.
I don't know about all that. I think we got to give some respect to the Falcons. Look at our division here. Very competitive division. Other than the 0-7 Buccaneers, a worst team in the NFL. Combined with the Saints and the Falcons, we are 16-4. I mean, we got some great teams in this division, and the Falcons are one of them.
Go ahead, try to give you a little pep talk. I remember what we did to them last time. We just mopped the floor with them, completely embarrassed them, and I think it's going to happen again. With that being said, what are the keys to winning today, Cannonball?
I think one of the biggest things we have to do today is keep their offense off the field. You see they have a very good offense, 6th best in the league, getting almost 27 points per game. But the real Achilles heel for this team is the defense. It's still the worst. It was the worst when we played a few weeks ago. Giving up, get this, Spyder, 31 points a game. Just ridiculous, terrible defense. I'm so glad I don't have to watch this team every week.
And we have looked absolutely unstoppable. And in our 3 televised games, we've been able to post the best offense and the best defense in the league. And as the weeks roll on, it's looking like less and less of a fluke.
We got a great team, a great group of guys here, but it's a long season. Don't forget about that.
And we're getting the ball first this time. It's the first time this year we've received. And we're out here in primetime in week 8, big fella. As the offense takes the field at home and in primetime. First play of the game, we got a drop back. Finds breadcrumb quickly. And it's an 8-yard gain to start. Now on second and short. Handed to Tortuga. And he's going to get just enough for the first.
Jake Tortuga hasn't looked exactly the same since that first Buccaneers game. I mean, he went off that game. Maybe some of that was because of how bad of a team Tampa Bay is.
On 1st and 10, it's the RPO to Vertigo. This play has worked well for us so far in the season. And I know what you mean, Cannonball. Tortuga, it's not that he's played bad. I mean, he's still made plays for us, and he's done well. But he just hasn't had that same type of spark that he had in week 1. Another handoff to the man. Jake Tortuga, 10-yard run.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. I want to see more big runs like that. And if I could ask for anything, I want him to beat that last man. We're still waiting to see him break one off for real.
First down at exactly midfield. And it's a drop back. Looking for Grenade. He's got space. Theodore Grenade. A better throw, and this is a touchdown. But we'll take the 44-yard gain.
Atlanta learning early why you should not press number 81, Theodore Grenade, because it's too easy. He's so quick off the line. And if you don't have safety help over the top, it's going to be a long day for these cornerbacks. Great job. Good play.
And a big reason why we are undefeated in broadcast games is how well we've played in the red zone.
On both sides of the football, Spider.
From the 6, Geronimo. Check down to Jake. It's not going to get much. 2nd and goal. And it's going to be play action. Looking to take it in himself. Doesn't get it.
Thank God he didn't fumble. But just dive in there. Get the touchdown.
Let's see if we can punch it in. 3rd and goal. A toss to Jake. It's an easy touchdown. Little bit of showboat. I love the swag on the young man.
Tortuga dancing early, and that's a great sign for us. Good opening drive. You know, I like kicking the ball first, but if we're going to receive, let's go down there and get 6 and just put a little bit of hate in their hearts, you know? A little bit of self-doubt, this and that, and all the other. Defense out here. Offense milked 4 minutes off the first quarter. Do your job, guys. Ryan looking middle to Julio. He gets hit right as he puts hands on the football. That's Red Werther on the breakup. Now Falcons trying to run bunch. Going underneath, this ain't going to get much. A short tackle out of Joey Smackett. And already got him 3rd and long, guys. Throwing to the tight end, it gets broken up again. Bad hands, actually. Bad hands by Hayden Hurst. That ball should have been taken, should have been caught.
So the coleslaw experiment continues. He's still back there for whatever reason. See if he could break one. Running into his own blockers, it's the same story. Every week, coach, get coleslaw out of there. Actually, can we get the fans to start a petition? Stop having coleslaw return punts. He sucks. On a more positive note, we do have the football, and we're looking for a screen to Jake. This gets blown up in the backfield. Great play out of Oluwakan. Not great at saying that name. I'm probably not going to try to do that again.
They sniffed out this screen, Spider. We probably run it a little too much, and that's the main reason why it's easy. But at the same time, we got 3 blockers out there. We got a 3v1. Nobody wins. And we're backed up in 2nd and long now.
Geronimo takes the snap. Looking deep to Grenade again. Did he catch this? A one-handed catch from Theodore Grenade.
Put another 33 yards on the man's name. He's got almost 80. Look at the play. Odell Beckham, sit down. You got a new contender in town, and this man's name is Theodore Grenade. Talk about throwing it up to your playmaker. That's all Theo on that one.
Now within scoring range already. And we got our eyes on 6 again. Another pass from Geronimo. Just gets this one out. He was under a lot of pressure, and that's actually his first incompletion on the day. He went 6 for 6 to start. Facing a tough 3rd and 10. Let's see what the call is. Going deep to Grenade again. Can he bring it down? No, he tried another one-handed catch. Not the best ball. But we'll take 3 out of Travis Finch. A 49-yarder. Made it look easy, Travis Finch. We do watch every field goal with bated breath.
Yeah, Travis Finch, he's missed in some weird spots, but overall, he's been okay. You know, you look at his numbers through 3 games. He's only missed 1 field goal. He's 4 for 5 on field goals. He's missed 3 extra points. So he's almost better from deeper. 2nd and 7. Ryan connecting with Julio. It's not going to be enough for the first. Now a 3rd and 3. And the crowd is loud right now, Spider. Hand off to Gurley. He's going to get through. Weird little spin move. He needs to pick his spins better. But he gets a first down regardless. 2 minutes left in this opening quarter. They're going to pass again. Wide open flat. That's a miscommunication. That's Kari Lee out there picking up 20 on us. Nobody's out in the flat. What's going on there, Coach? Middle open again. This one's going to go to Calvin Ridley. And all of a sudden, they're making our defense look like Swiss cheese out here. Draw play to Gurley. Yeah, go ahead, meet Greg Burns. The man, the myth, the legend. Greg Burns out here making a nice little tackle for a loss. Now got him 2nd and long. Out to pass. No one really looks open. He's got to throw this one away. They're right on the edge of field goal range here. They might not even make a field goal if we could just hold them. Don't let them get anything here, D. Greg Burns getting home. Another sack for big Greg Burns. What a time for it when they're right on the edge of scoring. He said, let me push him back. Not even make it a decision. You punt the football, Atlanta. Greg Burns. I'm becoming obsessed.
This punt, trying to punt away from Cole Slaw. I don't know why anyone would ever do that. Should be trying to kick it to the young man. It's a bad punt, and we thank you very much. Taking over here, already our 3rd drive. Tortuga to the left. Picking up 6. Now on 2nd and 3. Looks like we got a pass dialed up. Geronimo escaping the pocket. Throwing back left to a wide open Kevin Beinstra. When are these teams going to learn their lesson? Cover the man. Don't get beat by number 80, Kevin Beinstra. Now Tortuga up the middle. Going to fall forward for 5.
Predictably, coach calling up a screen. It got blown up on the first play. Let's see if it does better here. Oh, it does even worse. A fumble. Geronimo fumbles his football? Are we going to get a review?
That's a clean fumble, big guy. How about this? How about we don't call screens anymore the rest of the game? 1st and 10, Atlanta. Good users over the middle. Matt Ryan forced to throw this one away. Way to take the angle route away.
And this is what a team does. Look at them. Jake Tortuga right there. Stephen Doug picking my man up. Theodore Grenade telling him, hey, get out there, big dog. No problem. Everybody makes mistakes. You got to pick your guys up when they're down, Spyder. 2nd and 10. Hubert Root dropping into coverage. Going to hit Gurley on the outside. And it's going to be 3rd and manageable.
And the crowd chanting defense. I love home games, Cannonball.
Ryan looking quick. It's going to be an easy conversion. He dropped it. Chester Rogers, who actually was one of their bright spots when we played last time. Red Werther breaks his ball up. It's more of a drop than a breakup. And we will take it. They're forced to take 3. So early on, we're seeing Atlanta having trouble coming down with the football.
After a touchback, we don't have to see Cole Slaw run it out, thank God. Looks like a read option gives to Jake. A great juke. That's going to pick up a ton of yardage. An 11-yard run. Should have got 3 at most.
We've talked about it before. He's so shifty, just making people miss. He's out there. He might as well be a drenched piece of French toast. You know when you put a little bit too much butter on your French toast? That's Jake Tortuga.
1st and 10, Geronimo scanning. Gonna run into a sack and another fumble. Luckily, we fall on this one. 2 fumbles early on for the young Justinathan Geronimo. Getting the ball into Tortuga's hands, usually not a bad idea. It's going to make it a little bit more manageable. 3rd and 13. This is a long conversion. Let's see what we do with it. Standing tall in the pocket, standing a little too tall, and another fumble. What's going on down there?
Someone needs to remind Geronimo how to hold on to this football, fumbling 3 times already, 2 times just on this drive. We are fortunate enough to fall on it both times as Kowalski punts this one.
And going back to your metaphor about the French toast, maybe there's a little bit too much butter on Jake Tortuga's hands. We got to wipe the football down because our quarterback is having major issues with it right now.
Defense back out here. You know, the offense doesn't force us into a lot of 3 and outs, but they did right now. I know we're a little tired. Just keep your heads up, play disciplined. This is what we condition for, is for situations like this. Gonna give it to Gurley and get stuffed again. Red Werther on the stop this time. We said his name a few times now. Look at Gurley, 5 rushes for 6 yards. Embarrassing. Now 3rd and 6 with just about 3.5 left in the first half. And they're going empty. And a flag comes down. It's an easy call. It's on Werther. It's going to be illegal contact. Saw it right away. So that's going to give him a first down. And we saw this last week, Spyder. They declined the penalty. There's some type of exploit here of committing illegal contact on third down. The AI declines it. And then to just make things even worse, they come out in a field goal. What is this? A 63-yard field goal. Coach called timeout to try to make them rethink their decision. Doesn't matter. They're still going to kick it. The AI is horrendous. The programming is horrendous. We've been over this. And he actually almost puts this through. It might have been not a bad decision. But, I mean, come on. What's up with this game? This is the worst Madden that I can remember.
I don't want to do enough. We did enough ranting last week. People understand the programming is jacked. And as the kids say, it is not very lit up in here.
Spyder, I think you do better when you don't try to be with the youth. I don't think that's the way they use it. I would wager probably a whole game's check that you did not use that correctly. But either way, we're back on the field, got the ball. Looks like we're going to give to Tortuga. We do. And he takes a stretch back inside for some reason. Sometimes he doesn't take the correct angle. He doesn't take the correct hole. And I just want to see him play a little bit better. Just be more of a cerebral football player instead of relying on your God-given talent as much.
3rd and 4, and I got to think if we don't get it here, we're going to go for it. Coach has shown it's going to be a read option. Nice job by Tortuga shrugging off the tackle. He was probably going to be stopped short, but he said, no, I'm getting this first down. I heard Cannonball kind of railing me a little bit.
I'm not railing him. I just want him to, just think a little bit more instead of, right there, it worked out for him.
1st and 10, got all the control in this game, really, as Geronimo eats a big sack. Dante Fowler Jr. getting back there. But other than Geronimo's fumble, it's been all Carolina. And even though the Falcons have that shiny 5-2 record, to me, they're pretenders. 2nd and 16, under a minute to play. A good hit to Grenade. This is going to be a big gain.
And the reason this works is the cornerbacks are forced to give Grenade space. If you look at how he's lined up, the cornerback shaded off. He does not want to get burnt again. He's already given up 80 yards to the man, and that opens up this little slant. You see, you don't have to always take deep shots. You just take what the defense gives you. That's what the West Coast offense is all about.
Just inside the red zone, clock still ticking, but we have 2 timeouts. A lot of time. Going to Breadcrumb, back of the end zone. Not a great throw, but Breadcrumb still almost comes down with it. That ball was underthrown. Could have been picked. Now 2nd and 10. Geronimo trying to escape. He's going to run right in to Grady Jarrett. His 3rd sack of the game. Actually really fortunate that he didn't fumble for a 4th time there.
Very fortunate, Spyder, as we burn a timeout. We got to get points out of this drive, make it a 2-possession game. I don't care if it's 3. That's going to help us so much with the way the defense has been playing.
3rd and 10, Geronimo trying to escape again, throwing it up to Breadcrumb. Does he get it? He doesn't. Just short of the first down. We have to use our final timeout. Let's see if Finch can put it through. From 26. Doinked it, Cannonball.
Oh my God, I'm getting flashbacks of the Dolphin Cody Kicks when we were out in Denver and he misses a chip shot. This is essentially a chip shot as well. Travis Finch. Oh, he could have used that one. I think we need to invest in a kicker. He's just missing too much, and he's missing easy ones.
Come away with no points, and despite thoroughly outplaying Atlanta, in my mind, in this first half, we're only taking a 7-point lead to the locker room, big guy.
I think one of the biggest things is our defense hasn't created any turnovers. They've played really well, but we're used to them, getting some takeaways. We got no takeaways. We actually have 1 giveaway on offense thanks to Geronimo. And that was basically a giveaway from Travis Finch, just giving away 3 points. Get this dude out of here. He's a bum. I'm tired of watching him attempt to kick. He's no kicker. He doesn't belong in this league. And I swear to God, if we lose this game because of him, I'll go down there and cut him myself.
Well, with the big guy understandably fired up, it's a good time to toss it out to our halftime sponsor, Smitty's Hot Lemonade. Take it away.
I can't believe it's 170 degrees outside.
Yeah, paper says tomorrow it will be 190.
We're dead men.
Probably, but at least we can die while being completely positive that global warming was a myth.
You're not dying, you're just thirsty. And lucky for you, I've got just what you need. Welcome to Smitty's Hot Lemonade Stand.
I'll take any type of liquid at this point.
Then try this.
Oh, it's so warm.
Hey pal, it ain't warm, it's hot. Anybody who knows anything can tell you that the best way to enjoy lemonade is to heat it up.
The sugar crystals are sticking to my throat. Something about the hot lemon juice turns the sugar into some type of adhesive.
Oh, what was I thinking? For individuals who are as parched as you two, I should use the patent-pending Smitty's Lemonade Fire Hose.
It's burning my flesh off and cauterizing the wound with the coagulated sugar.
Oops, wrong setting. Try this on for size.
Oh my God, this is so much worse. What is this?
Mama used to always say, if you're really jonesing for some liquid satisfaction, replace the sugar with salt.
Death by lemonade. Ironic, isn't it?
That's not what ironic means.
Smitty's Hot Lemonade saves the day again. And if you can't make it into one of our shops, pick some up in the freezer section of your local market. Get you some seconds.
Let me get this straight, Spyder. They want us to buy their product, correct? That's why they're advertising? They want people to buy products? Or their particular product?
Yes, you know that's how advertising works. They put the word out there, so to speak, and people, if they resonate with it, they go out and buy the product.
Okay, thank you. I understand that. I'm just making sure. Let me put it from their point of view. If I have this great product and, I get my advertising team together, what did they say for this commercial? Hey, why don't we advertise our product by killing a couple people in the desert?
It's a very good point, but at the same time, I can't lie, I kind of want to try that Smitty's Hot Lemonade. It looked very refreshing.
When exactly did it look refreshing? When they were burning the skin off of the people's faces? When they were killing them with salt and sugar and all this and that and torturing them?
Actually, yeah, that was the exact moment when it looked very refreshing to me. I don't understand what you're not getting about this.
Spyder, just take us back to the game.
And just like that, we are back. And it's a strange sight, kicking. At halftime, we're so used to getting the football.
It's definitely a change, and you know me, Spyder, I don't like change much. I'd much prefer getting the ball at half. But here we are. Let's get out there. Let's do our job. 2nd and 10. Going to the flats. Hayden Hurst. Good little group tackle there. Cole Slaw and I believe David Goliath. So now 3rd and 5. Coach got us in cover 2. Looks like a Tampa 2. Got a deep middle. Goliath going to play underneath middle. Plays it very well. Too bad old Cole Slaw out there leaves Gurley on an easy little curl route. What are you doing out there, Cole Slaw? Your job is to guard flat. Guess he just doesn't want to. Now 2nd and 10. Going deep, Matt Ryan looking for Julio. This ball almost yicked by Casey Bicep. Never had a chance. Double covered. I don't care if it's Julio Jones. We play too disciplined to be trying to throw that route. Getting pressure. Got him. Home again. Another sack. Riley stomping on the enemy. We got 2 sacks. A lot of pressure on Matt Ryan, forcing him to make weird throws, throwing the ball away. Stuff that doesn't fully show up on the stat sheet, but the defensive line has played dominant. And don't get me started against the run.
Cole Slaw making a weird juke and jukes back inside. He kind of makes something out of nothing here. But there is a flag. It's going to be holding on us, one of our special teams players. Jordan, who cares what his last name is? He's not a starter. He shouldn't be here. You're going to commit penalties. Go home.
Pushes us back, ironically, on one of Cole Slaw's best returns. Got a read option here, not going to get much. And early on, Tortuga's running just as well as always. 10 runs, 54 yards, got the TD. It looks like they're starting to stack that box, Spyder.
You look at us, we got 58 rushing yards compared to Atlanta's 6. The numbers show it's been a bloodbath. but we're only leading by 7. Gonna get Grenade on this slant.
Again, if you're going to play off, we got no problem throwing the slant. You really can't win against Theodore Grenade. You can only hope to contain the man.
And Coach is a fan of running on 2nd and long. We've seen that a lot this year. And more often than not, it's worked out. Now 3rd and 4. Geronimo eats his 6th sack, another fumble, but I believe he's down. I believe he's down on this play, Cannonball.
Well, I sure hope so. I hope he's down. I pray to whatever God you want me to believe in that he's down, because this would be a huge play for Atlanta. It looks like he's down. I agree with you, Spyder, looking at it here. But, remember last week, doesn't matter if it looks what it looks like. These refs are going to call whatever they want, and they're going to give us this one. Thanks, guys. So we miss a tackle, and then he breaks one. That was pretty bad special teams play, but it's hard enough winning last week in New Orleans, and then the refs want us to play against them. That was a tough one. So it's nice to get the right call. Ryan's got an open Julio over the middle. One of their best plays of the game, Matt Ryan, 10 for 19. Still hasn't thrown for 100. We have got his number. Finding the open spot in the zone again to Julio. He's starting to work him. 5 catches, just under 60 yards. And we're trying to stack this box, Spyder. We got Trey Hammer up in there. He's a safety. He's going to try to play the run here. Gets blocked, but it doesn't matter. We got other guys coming in. 7 rushes, 7 yards. I think Joey Smackett's going to get credited for that tackle. This ball to the left. Calvin Ridley going to just keep it in bounds, but they're not going to get much off that. It's 3rd and long. Playing cover 2 invert. Casey Bicep responsible for the middle. Good tackle, Casey Bicep. Stops him short. That's a tough man to bring down. Todd Gurley, I know he's had knee issues, but that is still a tough man. Great play, Casey Bicep, and I love that it was user, too. We don't see the users play well almost ever. They put in 3. Once in a while, the user shines.
So only 13 minutes left in the contest. Cole Slaw taking this one out. Gonna get us to the 27. I am all aboard the fire Cole Slaw train. I mean, he's a great defender, but get him out of there. He shouldn't return kicks.
Spyder, you really hate this guy. I think you hate him more than I hated Howitzer last year.
Hey, I know a bum when I see one. 1st and 10. Play action. And he's going to take another sack from Dante Fowler Jr., their 7th sack of the game.
They're trying to get him to roll out on this play action. It's one of our staple plays, and the Falcons have definitely watched a lot of film because they don't bite at all. Dante Fowler making a man of a play. And the biggest reason we want Geronimo to be rolling out is because he's so mobile. We want him to have that option. Dante Fowler plays great contain. And now we are way backed up, 2nd and 20.
Coach dialing up a screen. It has not worked the first 2 times. It's going to get something here. Just 6 yards, but it's a heck of a result compared to the other 2 times we ran screens. Now 3rd and 13. Geronimo to Beinstra. Got it. Does he get the first?
He looks short, Spyder.
They're giving it to us. Kevin Beinstra.
He's been quiet today, only 2 catches, but this is a huge catch to keep the drive alive, keep the momentum off of Atlanta. Kevin Beinstra always there when you need him.
And for the 3rd time we're running a slant to Grenade. It's just too easy. He's got 5 catches for 117.
And you see the cornerback, they're starting to feel disrespected. Now they're starting to play back on him. It's maybe a press situation.
Another play action to Jake. Do not want to run this football, and why would you? Theodore Grenade. A 42-yard catch. This man is going off, Cannonball.
We got 178 passing yards. It's got to be all to Grenade at this point. The man's got 130, 140 at least. Just getting beat by one player couldn't ever be us, Spyder.
He's going to get loose and get down. Good decision. Of course, with his trouble handling the football now, everyone's begging him to get down. 4 fumbles.
It's 3, Spyder. It got overturned.
That's correct. 3 fumbles. And the first play of the 4th quarter will be a read option. that gets blown up. I was so excited to call a read option, and I don't know why I was. Dante Fowler Jr. has been a monster today, and almost feels like the only thing keeping us from going off against this Atlanta team.
We've been over it. We said, again, they're the worst defense in the league, but they've played very well today. Really impressed by the way Atlanta has schemed us. They seem ready for everything we're running. Coach, you got to add some new wrinkles, because if you're getting out-schemed by the worst defense in the league, what are you going to do when we face a top 5 unit?
3rd and goal from the 7. Would love 6 here. Bradley Breadcrumb. He's short again, Cannonball. Why can't we get in? This is the same situation as earlier when Geronimo was on the 1-inch line. Bradley Breadcrumb, don't discount the catch. That was a tough catch to make in traffic. I just wish he would have extended a little bit more.
Yeah, while you're over here blabbering it, we're going to go for this. On the 1, hold on to your butts, because we're gambling here, and I love the call.
It's going to be a toss to Tortuga. This has no chance. Never had any chance.
And I hate the call to toss there, Spyder. Here's the reason why. When it gets blown up, now it's at the 6. One of the biggest reasons you go for it down here on the 1 is because you say, hey, well, we're going to have a decent chance of getting the safety. So at least run in between the tackles, and even if it's a loss, they'll put you down at the 2. Don't run a toss out here on 4th and goal, because now they got the room to operate. Now on 2nd and inches, and he's going to give it to Gurley. This is going to be Gurley's best run of the day.
And there's a good shot right there. We're 2nd best in the league at takeaways. And today we have 0.
Don't get me started on the red zone struggles. The biggest surprise today has been the lack of takeaways from the defense. It's looking like we're going to need one of those big plays to seal this game, because the offense doesn't seem like they want to do it.
7 minutes left. They're going to give to Gurley. It gets blown up. We have played the run so well, Cannonball.
And it really shows why Atlanta has chosen to pass 24 times compared to running 9 times. I mean, how could you when you're averaging 2 yards a carry?
Coleslaw back again. What can he do? Got some room. Runs right into a defender. Just no vision. Every return, he's shown no promise. We got to get him out of there. Geronimo, high snap. Gonna give a draw to Jake. Not much, and Tortuga has completely disappeared from this football game. He started really hot, and he has cooled off immensely. Now 2nd and 11, trying to toss out to the Tortoise. This one sniffed out as well. So we got a very tough 3rd and 11 here.
Look for Theo on the left. It looks like they're going to press again.
Geronimo to Old Reliable, who's wide open. Again, it's unexplainable. Kevin Beinstra, in the biggest moments, is always wide open.
I mean, he is so big. We did the spotlight. He's such a big part of the game. I want to do another spotlight on him, honestly.
1st and 10, under 5 to play. And the call's going to be to Jake, who's just getting destroyed in the backfield. I don't know if they're hearing our snap count in the huddle, but they are playing the run so much better than they were in the first half. Playing it so well, in fact, that coach is going to come out here and empty. Not even mess around with a running back. He's got open space in front of him, but it closes quickly. Looked like he had more of a lane. Doesn't get much. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
He didn't look comfortable there. He just takes off at the first sign of people being covered. I don't know what he was expecting. If something was me wide open, I mean, got to make a read, buddy. You can't just take off at every little inconvenience.
And this is the play of the game up until this point, Cannonball. Geronimo to the open slant. Theodore Grenade. Why not? Why wouldn't it be him? He's just cooked this Atlanta squad all day. Look at the stats. 7 catches, 177 yards. Now a fresh set. Going to Jake. He's been so quiet, and that's going to continue. Only gets 1.
The offensive line has gotten no push. Well, actually, they've gotten a push. The push back. They've been getting pushed back on every run play ever since halftime ended. And making it really tough on this offense, giving us a lot of 3rd and longs to try to convert.
It's going to take us to the 2-minute warning at least, and we're in a good position, Cannonball. This defensive battle, Very low-scoring game, the lowest scoring game that we've covered this year.
Yeah, Spider, I got to agree. We are in a great position until you remember who's cooking the football for us. This is not an automatic gimme that we're just going to get 3 if we don't convert here. I might even question Coach going for it if we don't convert right here.
Looks like it's going to be another run. Never even close, just another 2 yards, and Atlanta's going to take their first timeout. Travis Finch from 37. This is his bugaboo area. Right down the middle. Good job, Travis Finch.
And why does he sink that one? I mean, that one's arguably a harder kick. You got all this pressure on you and everything. Travis Finch, you're an enigma. I don't understand you. You're a mystery. You're a paradox. You're everything rolled into one. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, you're also a pretty bad kicker. But we'll take that 3. Come on, defense. Come out and get us stopped. This is the best way to win right here. Ryan barely gets this one out to Todd Gurley. He gets out of bounds, stops the clock. Only a 3-yard gain. The pressure has been immaculate this game. He threw out of it, but guess who's knocking? That's right, Greg Burns. Making his presence known. And setting him up with 3rd and 7 here. Going deep. Hayden Hurst. Knocked out at the last second. It's been the story all game. They haven't been able to come down with the football. They didn't want to bring their receiving hands today, I guess. It's double covered anyway, though. It's the same story as the Julio ball earlier. You don't beat us by going deep, especially late in the game. We're not giving up anything big deep. Now 4th and 7. And Julio Jones drops it. You want all the accolades. You want the big contract. You want the primetime stats, all this and that, the spotlights, and you drop it in a primetime game. You got to come down with this ball, big boy. Red Werther, usually a great defender. Not that his coverage is terrible here, but this is Julio's ball. It touches your hands. It's got to be caught, especially in single coverage. We will take all of that. Let's give this ball to Tortuga a few times and get out of here with the win.
Almost an anticlimactic ending there, big guy. I kind of thought Atlanta was going to put up more of a fight as they call their last timeout.
I know what you mean, just a quick little 4 and out, and, you know, them dropping the football. You almost feel bad for them, but at the end of the day, we're trying to get to the playoffs. We're trying to win, and we are happy that they have failed to execute today.
3rd and 2. Looks like Coach is wanting to pass. It's going to be a play action. Geronimo trying to get to a grenade on the run here. At least Finch puts it through and makes it 2 scores. But I don't like the play call there, big guy.
I hate the play call, too. Just run the football and kick the 3. At worst case scenario, you're going to take another 40 off the clock since Atlanta's out of timeouts. Coach getting a little too cute. Outthinking himself a little bit. Luckily, it's in a meaningless moment, but, you know, I'd hate to see that happen in a bigger time, in a bigger game. The Atlanta Falcons and futility going hand in hand here, trying to make something happen. That'll be the last hit of the game. David Goliath laying a little bit of wood on Todd Gurley. He said, hey, take this home with you. Good game, fellas. Not much action in this one, but we'll take it.
Yeah, again, as I said earlier, the lowest scoring game we've played all year. Going to the numbers, we played horrendous in the red zone, 3 for 5, and having to take 2 field goals. That's just not our style.
Yeah, the red zone really held us back today. The defense played terrific despite getting no turnovers. Offensively, we go 5 for 11 on 3rd down, a little worse than usual. But look at us on defense, holding them 2 for 10 on 3rd down. And, oh, you want to go for it on 4th down? We'll stuff that too, no problem. Looking at Justinathan Geronimo, he played a heck of a game. 264 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 fumbles, but he made some throws that he needed to make. What about the deep balls to Grenade? Just converted a lot. I'm really proud of the young man because especially in the second half, Jake Tortuga didn't help us out a lot. And actually less Jake Tortuga and more the offensive line. As you see, Tortuga has 63 yards. He had 50 going into halftime, I believe, grabs a touchdown.
And the story of the game, player of the game, has to be Theodore Grenade. 7 catches, 177 yards. You see our boy Kevin Beinstra, the fan favorite, 3 catches for 48. Nothing else really noteworthy. Nobody catches a touchdown. Again, the only touchdown scored on the day was Jake Tortuga on that toss way back in the first quarter.
Defensively, Joey Smackett again leading in tackles with 11. Greg Burns gets home for a sack, just as Riley Stomp, but they were pressuring Matt Ryan all day. Those numbers are lying a little bit because they were in his face for most of the match. It was just kind of a group effort on defense, and Theodore Grenade, way to go, getting player of the game, getting MVP. We've been saying it for weeks that we need to get him a little bit more involved. He's got the skill set. He's so good, and I'm loving that Geronimo's looking to him more often.
A pounded out, gritty style football game. Old school football here, Cannonball. This is like 70s ball. Just running the football. 2 yards in a cloud of dust, was the old saying. That was today. And don't forget, we are 4-0 in broadcast games this season. And all broadcast games have been divisional games as well. We have a very, very good shot at the playoffs this year. And it's always nice to win in prime time in front of the home crowd. That's going to do it for us here. On behalf of the big guy, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Spyder
and Cannonball, baby!